Hi everyone! With a lot of incredibly interesting football fixtures behind us, we've prepared a new episode of the latest football news just for you. Press the like button, subscribe, and let's get the show on the pitch. Manchester United striker Marcus Rashford was involved in a car accident in the aftermath of his side's 1-0 Premier League victory over Burnley. He crashed his £700,000 Rolls-Royce, but fortunately walked away from the collision without the need for medical assistance. PSG leader Kylian Mbappe suffered an ankle injury and was substituted in the 30th minute of the tie against Olympique Marseille. PSG are about to face Newcastle United in the Champions League in 10 days. Son Heung-min scored his 107th Premier League goal and thus equaled the legendary Paul Scholes, also passing Darren Bent's mark. Ange Postecoglou is the first Tottenham manager not to lose to Arteta's Arsenal at the Emirates. AC Milan centre-back Fikayo Tomori refused to join PSG in the summer. The Liga 1 champions acquired Bayern Munich's Lucas Hernandez instead of him. The triumph over Sheffield United, 8-0, marked Newcastle United's biggest victory in the Premier League. Back in 1999, they also beat Sheffield Wednesday with the same score. The Eredivisie Round 6 clash between Ajax and Feyenoord was abandoned due to home fans' protests. As soon as the score turned 3-0 in favor of the team from Rotterdam, they threw fireworks onto the pitch, and after the final whistle, they started vandalizing their own stadium. President Nasser Al-Khelaifi personally tried to persuade Rasmus Højlund to join PSG during a video call, offering him a much higher salary, but the Dane eventually chose Manchester United. Arsenal intend to land 19-year-old Sporting Lisbon centre-back Ousmane Diomande in January, but the Gunners have been deterred by his €70 million release clause. Mauricio Pochettino on Chelsea's latest results. Of course, the club owners are disappointed, but at the same time they need to support a plan. Juventus are willing to offer Nice €30 million for Khafren Thuram's services in January, though the French club will demand €40 million. Olympique Marseille are eyeing Julen Lopetegui as a replacement for the recently sacked Marcelino. Newcastle United is the first team in Premier League history to have 8 players score goals in a single game. Magpies defender Kieran Trippier has completed a hat-trick of assists. Lazio ace Ciro Immobile is the 8th footballer to be involved in 250 goals and assists over the last 10 years in the top 5 leagues. The second goal against Arsenal was Son Heung-min's 150th accurate shot for Tottenham in all competitions. A true club legend. Chelsea have not scored a goal so far this month. If the pensioners don't score against Brighton Hove Albion in their upcoming EFL Cup battle, they will not be able to pick up a winner for the Goal of the Month award. Randal Kolo Muani netted his debut goal for PSG. He made the score 2-0 during the game against Olympique Marseille. Gonzalo Ramos managed to secure his first brace the same day. Atletico Madrid have yet to make progress on renewing the contracts with Koke and Mario Hermoso. The way to approach talks and which way to go will be determined by the parties later on. Empoli displayed the worst start of the season in the history of the Italian top-tier league, having 5 consecutive defeats, 0 goals scored, and 13 goals conceded. World Cup winner Papu Gomez, who is currently a free agent, is thinking about retiring from professional football. I'm waiting for the right opportunity. If it doesn't happen, I could consider retiring. I gave everything to football and I don't want to end up bitter. Carlo Ancelotti, Florentino Perez and Real Madrid CEO Ángel Sánchez held their first meeting of the season. They came together to discuss the start of the season, including the good results and the list of injured performers. PSV Eindhoven head coach Peter Bosz commented on Malik Tillman's absence in the game against Almere City. He overslept, so I left him at home. I was told he still wanted to come, but I said he didn't have to. He's gonna train again tomorrow. Ajax director Sven Mislintat has been sacked with immediate effect after recent results. It's over after joining the club in the summer. Romelu Lukaku scored once in each of his first 3 appearances for AS Roma. Alvaro Morata has joined Jude Bellingham and Robert Lewandowski in the La Liga goal-scoring race, with all 3 now having 5 accurate shots each. We like Jesse Lingard a lot. I just don't know if we need another player in the position. I'm quite comfortable, more than relaxed with it, David Moyes told. Villarreal dream of signing Donny van de Beek in the winter transfer window. The Dutch midfielder is not included in Erik ten Hag's plans. Tottenham Hotspur boss Ange Postecoglou wants Al Ittihad's Portuguese winger Jota, with whom he worked at Celtic. The Tigers wish to sell him. Inter Milan striker Marko Arnautovic has picked up a serious injury during the game against Empoli. He left the stadium on crutches. Arsenal goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale has no plans to switch clubs in January, despite Mikel Arteta eyeing David Raya as his first choice. The Englishman will fight for a place in the starting lineup. Alright, let's have a look at the results of the day. The Madrid derby turned out to be a spectacle for Atletico supporters. At the very start of the game, Alvaro Morata opened the scoring with a header, and in the 18th minute, Antoine Griezmann doubled the advantage for Simeone's side. Before the break, Toni Kroos got one back with a long shot, but at the start of the second half, Morata succeeded in a brace and set the final score of the battle. Well, that's how we got Real Madrid's first defeat this season. The North London derby was no less entertaining. Christian Romero sent the ball into his own net in the 26th minute, but Son Heung-min equalized from Madison's assist in the 42nd minute. At the beginning of the second half, Bukayo Saka converted a penalty, but within a minute from that moment, the Madison-Son duo made magic once again. A well-deserved draw between two impressive teams. Inter still remain undefeated in Serie A, but taking 3 points from outsiders like Empoli was not a walk in the park. Only Federico Di Marco's long shot strike delivered in the middle of the second half brought the needed result to the Nerazzurri. Liverpool managed to win with a score of 3-1 with the third time in a row, but here they did not concede first. Firstly, Mo Salah made use of a penalty chance, to which West Ham responded with Bowen's spot kick. However, after the break, Darwin Núñez netted from McAllister's debut assist, while Diogo Jota shot any Irons fans' hopes for a comeback in 85th minute. With no permanent coach in the dugout, no wonder why Marseille had no chance against a highly motivated PSG squad, even without Kylian Mbappe against them. As early as 8th minute, Achraf Hakimi sent the ball home with a fantastic free kick. And even before the break, Randal Colomwani showed some finishing skills and got his way to make it 2-0. And already in the second half, Ramos's double removed all questions. And now it's time for the main news of the release. Ousmane Dembélé is the only powerful newcomer in PSG's attacking line who has not yet been notable with goals. The Red and Blues are not satisfied with the former Barcelona footballer's shape, so they are already considering the option of his departure. The situation around Dembélé is closely monitored by the Premier League top clubs. In particular, we are talking about Arsenal and Tottenham. There is also interest from West Ham, who are ready to make the Frenchman their main star. The 26-year-old striker has played 351 minutes for PSG this season. His contract with the club is valid until the summer of 2028. PSG continue their search for a new forward capable of replacing Kylian Mbappe. The Parisians see Real Madrid striker Rodrygo as an ideal option for the role. His profile fits PSG perfectly, and in case of Mbappe's likely Real Madrid move, the Brazilian's playing minutes will be decreased. These may force him to look for a new club. Interestingly enough, Liverpool also claim Rodrygo. Madrid reportedly demands more than 100 million euros for the Brazil international. Bayern Munich boss Thomas Tuchel wants to reunite with Real Madrid centre-back Antonio Rudiger, with whom he won the Champions League with Chelsea. To be more specific, the Bavarians are looking for a potential replacement for Matthijs de Ligt, who is unhappy with his new status in the current roster and could leave Munich as early as the winter. Die Roten will try to offer Los Blancos 30 million euros for the German in January, but the Spanish side is unlikely to let him go due to squad problems. Kylian Mbappe's camp are aware of the fact that next summer will be the last chance for the stellar Frenchman to try himself at Real Madrid. His mother and part-time agent Fayaz El-Amari convinces Kylian Mbappe to soon make a decision about Madrid. In the end, we are gonna regret going to Real Madrid so late, the report claims she tells him. The Spanish powerhouse is expecting Mbappe to make a decision 2 months before the opening of the transfer window, thus they would have enough time to go for Plan B. Mbappe's agreement with PSG expires in the summer of 2024. Guys, enjoy additional content from our other projects. Thank you all for watching, and we wish you a great week. See you in a bit.